Greetings and welcome back to Castlegoat. Oh, it has been a very long time, and what better way to celebrate our return than with a gladiatorial pit full of dying or dead goblins and blood all over the floor. Ah, glorious times ahead. And as soon as these goblins are all dead, I intend to gather up their corpses and send a few of them back to their home kingdom. As a way of encouraging more to come by, actually. Over here you can see I'm working on another project. That will eventually be our new golem nursery, now that I understand a little bit better the way they're going to spawn. I have been very busy in your absence. You may also notice that the return of the Gnomoria Seasons mod. You can kind of tell a little bit. Summer is probably the least obvious different season, but you do notice the difference because the grass and the trees aren't the same shade of nuclear green. Now, we have a few things going on. Oops, I did something funky with the mouse wheel there. But we have work being started on tiling out the courtyard area. We're going to end up with 3 separate sort of, segregated areas. This is going to be turned into the memorial for our currently only one dead gnome. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Probably put some trees, I'm thinking. But over here, I am really tempted to build a nice little water feature. And again, probably surrounded with a couple of trees. But up here, you notice that the gem cutter and the jeweler, the last 2 workshops to be moved, have been torn down and have instead been built in their little area over here with the little tiling above there, so where they're sitting isn't likely to be rained on. And whilst I'm here, let's go ahead and build... No, we don't want a wall torch. We want a regular torch. Thank you very much. Just to ensure that there's plenty of light in there. Actually, we also want to set up the tables and chairs that I discussed so long ago. It really has been quite some time. Now, we'll have, I think, a table there, and... yeah, we can have another table there. We'll make them symmetrical because, you know, symmetry. We need some chairs. We will have 2 birch chairs on each table. And these can just be places that the jewelers or prospective clients can sit down, have a bit of a relax on a nice little elevated area, just looking out over the beautiful courtyard. And peruse the wares of the jeweler. Now let's make sure that those items are made. So we're going to need 4 birch chairs and 2 birch tables. There we go. Right, fantastic. Now, back to the important task of discussing what are we going to do with all these goblin bits. Obviously, I'm going to be keeping the ogres. The 2-headed ogre's hide is far too valuable to me because it makes amazing leather. So we're going to be keeping their corpses. I really don't think you get much from butchering them. I think the 2-headed ogres are more or less invertebrates except for their skull. Again, obviously that I'm not really sure. I don't think it's an invertebrate if it still has a skull. I actually don't know. But I've got a sneaking suspicion that an invertebrate doesn't have a skull. That it isn't just that it doesn't have a spine, it doesn't have any sort of bone structure inside at all. But I could be wrong there, and I will admit the possibility of my ignorance in that area. Now, we are going to want to get the ogre hide. I'm very sure they only produce skulls, they don't produce bones. Same with the goblins anyway. So we're only really making goblin skull helmets at present and turning everything else, because we don't even get hide from them. We're just making sandwiches out of them. And I'll probably send some sandwiches along as well. I intend to do as much damage to our relations with the Frayed Land as possible. So someone has said in the comments that I should send along the corpses as is. So we'll try that and see how much of an effect that'll have. But if it still has the same sort of level of anger as, say, a goblin sausage or a goblin sandwich, then we'll send the sandwiches. Simply because that will give our cooks a little bit more time to train up their skills. Down here, you will notice... Oh, actually, I've just realized something. Damn it all. Oh... That is quite annoying. Let me get rid of these. Bugger it. I forgot to do the floors, and it's going to really matter as well. I'm a slave to my OCD about that. It's not OCD. But, oh. Hello. We have some guests. Are there still goblins? There are. Oh, there is an opportunity for an actual gladiatory fight here. I am very happy with this. Okay, let's get someone pulling that lever right now. You go ahead and pull that lever, and hopefully someone will be sent straight away. No, too many of you. Come on, someone. Go out there, pull the lever. Is a merchant? Okay, well, that's fine. Someone please pull the lever. Okay, someone is going to pull the lever, so we should be good. Pull the lever, and there we go. As soon as they get all dumped in the pit, we'll go and check out what's going on. But for now, what I would like to do is continue replacing the floors. We want to replace floor with blockstone basalt. Now, another thing you will have noticed is that the mechanics area for the trickle trap system has changed quite dramatically. And there are a few reasons for that. I'm fairly sure that I may have covered one of them, which was when the trickle system had a pressure plate, then a trap, then a trapdoor, pressure plate, trapdoor, pressure plate. That wasn't going to work, because if the goblins were just one tile separated, it wouldn't actually trickle them any more than that. So we were going to move to a system of one pressure plate at the end and then a long series of hatches. However, that is going to cause some problems, and one of the biggest problems that it'll cause for us is that it'll make it almost impossible to generate golems in a safe way. And obviously, I want to generate golems in a safe way. I don't want to generate unsafe golems. Right, let's get in there and make sure these areas are set up okay. These are going to be wall torches. We're going to build out walls at these back areas and then just have the wall torches on them. The main reason for that is that wall torches seem to not propagate their light down quite in the same way as standing torches. And I don't want any light down in this pit. It's going to be 2 layers deep, and it will lead to a way up here. I'm going to have some sort of mechanical wall down here as well in order to seal off that approach, so that it can have another entrance, allowing my gnomes to go in and refill the golem nursery with additional stone or dirt in hopes of making more golems. But here we are. Let's make sure that they all get dumped in the pit, and they have been. Fantastic. Right, next, pull the lever. We don't want anyone rushing out to do anything silly. Now, before we get to the very enjoyable task of seeing these mants versus goblins, in fact, I'll check out how many goblins and ogres remain versus how many mants. But I do want to cover one more thing. I have removed stone doors from the furniture stockpile, and the reason for that is I realized that I was worrying about, I'm going to need to make just a completely passive system without any doors to delay people in approaching this wall, so that there's no incentive for some to rush out and try to replace or rather haul away a broken door. The thing is, all I needed to do is tell them to stop storing doors. Yeah, it's so simple when you think about it. So I've removed stone doors from the storage tasks. Now it seems that our mants and goblins are really getting stuck in there. Let's see, how many mants and goblins do we have? We have a 2-headed ogre, and is that 4 or 5? That's 4 goblins, and we have about, I think this is, I can't tell if it's going down anymore, but I think it's 5 mants. That's actually really difficult to tell. Let's have a quick look. Is the 2-headed ogre in the fight? We've got a goblin raider. We've got another goblin raider, a fighter, and a 2-headed ogre, and a goblin soldier. I fancy the goblin... I mean, because they've got mostly raiders here, though they have already killed a mant. Well done. Oh, actually, we've got lots more than just 5 mants. That's interesting. Perhaps it's just that we hadn't spotted all of them, because they'll only show up on the enemy screen if you spotted them. But I'm not sure who's going to win this. The raiders don't really count. They have no real combat skills to speak of. But the soldiers and fighters may. And the 2-headed ogre obviously does. Even though his hide is going to be pierced by the mant's attacks, he has an enormous amount of staying power. So, or she. It could be a female ogre. But I'm really not sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and say I think it's more likely that the Mants are going to survive that conflict. And so they'll be the ones that we clean up with our military squads. But it could easily go the other way. It's a bit too early. Oh no, more goblins have died. Yeah, so I'm starting to feel more and more that the Mants are going to be the victors of this particular battle. But for the sake of it, let's speed things up a little bit and have a watch. Oh, there's a door missing there. Let's correct that whilst we're here. And an extra basalt door. There we go. Oh no, one bled to death. That was probably even from our own traps. I feel that we may have tipped the scales a little bit in the man's favour. I do apologise, though, because that wasn't my intent. And the two-headed ogre has bled to death. So, yeah. That two-headed ogre has been bleeding for a very long time. His blood has come from quite far away. Now, the thing here, are you fully equipped in iron? Let's check you out. You are actually fully equipped in iron. There's a very good chance that that goblin will be able to survive an enormous amount of attacks because the Mant's attacks simply won't be strong enough to pierce its armor. There's every possibility that that goblin will survive. No, is it gone? Ah, that is a shame. Well, you put up an enormously good fight there, goblin. You lasted very, very long. You were probably already wounded. How many Mants remain? We've got Mant worker there, Mant worker there, so that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 Mants remain. Very well. We must send the poisonous ancients to the lion's den. What time is it? It is very, very early in the morning. Let's get the poisonous ancients down here, please. I will be very happy when we can actually remove this wall. Now, let's go ahead and... where are you? Deconstruct this wall there. And hopefully, poisonous ancients can immediately march out and kill everything in the bottom there. Come on. There we go. Nope. Hang on. What's happening? Good. The Mants are coming in. There we go. Fight is happening. However, I am going to have to send the rest of them down there because it looks like we've got a couple of stragglers. Poisonous Ancients will not have even the slightest bit of trouble dealing with these guys at this point. I am absolutely comfortable in saying. Oh, you're wigging out because you're trying to keep distance from something you can no longer see properly. Never mind. Now, obviously, we've got a lot of civilians trying to get down there to reset traps and to haul in bodies. Come on. Chop, chop. No, wait. What is happening? Oh, it's just a safe. I thought I spotted something down there. Is everything okay? Now, you will notice that I did mention that we had a bit of an issue with the mechanics here, and specifically in how we were going to generate golems. Now, golems need an active path to gnomes at all times in order to spawn. So, we're going to create a system very much like this trap down here in this little section there. A system that will always allow the enemies in this area to try and path to our gnomes if we want them to. We will be able to shut this system off in such a way that these hatches all remain open at all times. And thus, it will break the path completely, regardless what state this trap is in. So there will be like a shut-off valve, if you like. But that is the big change that I realized I was going to have to make. And because of the tight space that we've got to work with here, I'm going to have the trapdoors move up and around this wall, the central wall, once I've got the other mechanics in place. Currently, I have actually run all the axles out from where they're going to need to be. This is going to need to change. Though I might just have that be... In fact, I could, instead of having the trapdoor system, I could just leave that as it is. This is probably system enough, as it stands right now, to completely block things off. Because as soon as something steps on the pressure pad, this wall will go up. It has no option but to step back. And then the wall will go down, and then it'll repath, and it'll try to get there, and the wall will go up. But I actually would prefer to have a trapdoor system, but that would make the wiring a little bit more difficult. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. Perhaps we will just go with what I've set up there and not worry too much about other things. But if we do want to have a system of trapdoors that open up, much like this system does, then I'm going to have the axle coming up from underneath. I'll have to have the power source go down and then up into the trapdoor to make that work. But for now, we're just going to let the gnomes gather everything up. You guys can also go off duty again. There you go. I think you're due to be on training at this time, so go chill out there. I'm finding a lot of my gnomes are actually using this to eat. They'll grab some food and then they'll head down to the gladiatorial dining room. I guess it's proximity, but that works out quite well, even though it wasn't planned in the slightest, that my gnomes, or at least the gnomes that are around here, I guess, that work in this area, tend to prefer eating in this dining hall, which kind of gives a very gladiatorial feel. They come in and have a nice spot of lunch while watching goblins or mants perish, either against each other or just to the traps and eventual bleeding damage. Now, if we gathered all the corpses, we have not. Please do. There's a man's head there. I would very much like to send all of these body parts back to the goblins. In fact, let's speed things up. Wow, this area is getting rather full. And there's an emu killed. This is fantastic. Chop, chop, come on. There must be more corpses down there. Yes, there are. In fact, let's turn off axles for the time being. And actually, they've reset all the traps. Well done, guys. You're very, very efficient. I don't give you enough credit for that, I feel. Now, I've been thinking a little bit more about how I'm going to get to the noble quarters, as I called them previously. I'm going to have some stairs leading up from here to about this area, and then changing direction and leading straight into this pillar of dirt. This sort of large mountainous pillar that we've got kind of with an overhang and everything. And we'll have very obnoxiously decorated rooms. Really, really big rooms. Just a couple of them here and there. I'm not sure who I'm going to put in these rooms. I mean, it does seem a little bit unfair to just hand out amazing rooms just because I want to have a kind of nobles area. But at the same time, it would be rather awesome. But I'm going to have to definitely completely cut off any possibility that something might spawn on the edge of the map and have access to this top area. Especially, well, at least if I actually have them come out. And I think I will, because I'll make some sort of like noble garden up there for our gentle gnomes to while away the hours. Now, have we cleaned out the gladiatorial pit? We have. Fantastic. Let me just make doubly sure. Is everything clean? Yes, everything is clean. Very well. You can rebuild this wall, and in fact, that's really, really important that you do it right now. Oh, no, we have no basalt blocks. Well, that's a tragedy, isn't it? Okay, well, don't fear. We can always mine out some more of the basalt down here. There we go. In fact, let's go up here and mine out some of this basalt too. I really should get back to digging towards the depths so I can encounter some of the more interesting opponents down in the mines. I kind of put that on the back burner as soon as I was working on the traps, but now that the traps are more or less set up as I want them to be, I really should get back to that. We are definitely down deep enough to start spawning interesting opponents such as zombies and skeletons. Yes, I think that would be very, very wise indeed. But for now, we'll just get that block there finished. Got a couple more to make, but at the moment, this whole area is kind of just exposed. Don't really like that. No, I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just wait. Now, really? Have you butchered all the bodies already? My God. You monsters. Okay, well, fine. Let's go to the very land. Damn it, I was really hoping to see how much a body would be worth. But we have a lot to send, so we're going to be sending all the goblin skulls. Have we got anything else that we can send? No, we're not sending any of the hide at all. Oh, I don't really want to send the omelets, but... Alright, we'll send the goblin sausages. Yes, we'll send all of these sausages. We're infuriating them so far. Oh, actually, let's throw caution to the wind. Just send everything we've got. Even though some of these are quite nice items, We'll send her all. We won't send... Well, I guess I could send the meat. Go on then. We'll send all the meat as well. That is an awful lot of meat, though. We're up to 3,400. I forget what it was last time. Evelyn, since you did so well the last time, I'm going to send you again. Where are you, Evelyn? There we are. Go forth. You'll be very proud of your wares, I'm sure, and you will explain in great detail just how you make a goblin omelette. Right. Well, I think I'm going to pause the recording for a bit here. In fact, looking at the time, ooh, there is a bear outside. You know what? We need to top up our meat stores. So, poisonous ancients, go forth. Kill the bear. But I think I will... Oh, who is it? Evelyn. What are you doing out there, Evelyn? My lord, are you okay? What are you equipped with? Okay, you've got honey badger, bear, monitor. You've got a couple of weak leather items, but looks like Evelyn was on her way to the Goblin Kingdom. I really hope the poisonous ancients are on the way. They better be. I'd be very unhappy if Evelyn is just left to fend for herself. No, she's off. Where is she going? Is she heading back? I think she may be. She was intercepted. Her diplomatic mission has been... Damn it, Evelyn. I'm going to have to send her again, am I? Well, that's just frustrating. Okay, everything back in there. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. What have I just done? Ah, yes. Yeah, we don't want to send that. All the ogre leather straps. Thank you, but no. Alright, where's Evelyn again? Have I passed you? No. That's flying staplers. Evelyn's much, much lower on the list. There we are. Right, let's try this again. Try not to be intercepted by a bear if you possibly can avoid it, Evelyn. I have no doubt that you guys would be able to just take that bear out without any trouble at all. So hopefully someone will go out and grab that corpse. Because we definitely do now need the meat, since we just sent off a ridiculous amount of our meat. But we've got 154 prepared meals. We are actually doing really, really well. A stupid amount of prepared drinks. Plenty of bandages. Enough straw to last for an incredibly long time. And we'll never run out of mushroom seeds. I don't even know why I'm checking that. I've added so many places to store them, and it's probably full. Total food 319. Yeah, we're never going to have a problem with emus. And that's probably why we're getting so many emu skulls. Yes. But, as I was saying, as soon as Evelyn is off, let's check. Have you left yet, Evelyn? No? Actually, I would need to check the population. You're crafting an item? I think Evelyn doesn't want to leave. Either that or she picked up a job straight away and as a result has gotten distracted. I may have to check this again. Yep, she's still crafting an item. Okay, well I'll wait for you to finish crafting whatever item you're doing. Is that you there, Evelyn? No, that's Deathbot. Okay, Evelyn is going between jobs. Evelyn, she's been very naughty. I would like you to send an insult. I have said this many times. I want you to send everything but the extremely valuable ogre hide. Poor ogre leather gloves? Whoa, 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 what am I doing? There are actually gloves down here. My god. No, we don't want to send those. We just want to send... Yeah, that'll do. Let's find Evelyn again. There we are, and send. Okay, we don't want to cancel. We just want to leave that go. Maybe this will now work. I don't know. It might be asking for a lot. Well, another chef is heading to a job, so Evelyn may be coming back. We'll just double check. Do apologize about this. Crafting item. That is a little confusing. Okay, perhaps I will have to send someone else entirely then. Damn you, Bear! You've ruined all my well-laid plans. Let's send a different sort of taunt. Only want to go down so far as all of the omelets. Ooh, we are sending something different now. Oh, perhaps one of them was made into a sausage, actually. Yeah, we'll definitely send this. I was contemplating the idea of waiting for all of that meat to be turned into sausages, since it would double its value and its effect, but no. Let's see. Zemolf. Let's send Zemolf out to hopefully insult the goblins. I can but hope that he will get the message, go gather all of the loot, and make his way out. We'll give it a few moments, and then I'll check the population screen again. Perhaps it was something about the jobs was confusing Evelyn, so she never had a free moment to go, something like that. Now, have you headed out there, Zemolf? Where are you? I do not see you. There we go. Finally, summon is off. Right, well, we can hope for a larger goblin response than last time. They aren't that far away, so hopefully this will get their attention and they will send out their attack soon. But once again, it may take quite a while, unfortunately. We're on the 8th day of summer as it is, and we have just finished all of the tiling in the courtyard. Fantastic. But that is it for now. I will bring you back, more than likely, just as the goblins arrive, or if I get enough stone, I'm probably going to start expanding the mine again, and definitely mining for more basalt and marble. And I will begin laying out the tiling for the memorial area. Now this is going to go underground, so I'm going to need to clear out enough space for that as well, and make sure that any water feature I bring across doesn't interfere, but that shouldn't be too bad. But that is it from us in Castlegoat. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, as always, and as always, again, I hope until next we meet that you take care.